Good morning, students. How are you? Hope all of you are fine. And so today we are going to discuss the last session of your chapter 6, tissues. Here we will be discussing about animal tissues. Animal tissues are basically divided into four: epithelial tissues, connective tissues, muscular tissues, and nervous tissues. Epithelial tissues again are divided. You can see the flow chart, you can see the diagram given to you. Here is the classification of different tissues given to you. First of all, we will be discussing about epithelial tissues. These are the simplest tissues. We had studied about epidermis in plants. Just like the epidermis is the outermost layer of plants, epithelial tissues also, these are the outermost layer of an organism. This forms the covering or protective tissue that is separated from underlying tissues by fibrous basement membranes. Hence always grown or other tissues. ये हमेशा दूसरे टिश्यूज के ऊपर ही ग्रो करता है और ये एक कवर की इट फॉर्म्स अ कवरिंग ऑन आवर body. Just like a skin, you can see a skin is an example of epithelial tissue. It can be simple or stratified, means it can be made up of one layer or it can be made up of more than one layer. The characteristics, these are tightly packed cells to form a continuous sheet. Just like in epidermis, it also forms a continuous sheet without any intercellular spaces. Similarly, epithelial tissues also, these are tightly packed and it almost have no intercellular spaces. Skin, lining of mouth, blood vessels, alveoli, kidney tubule. These are the examples of your epithelial tissues. It covers the organs and cavities inside the body and separates different systems from each other. As it forms the outer skin layer of skin, it protects the body from drying, injury, and infections. You can see it does not only forms our outermost skin. That means it forms the outer layer of skin. ये हमारी स्किन की outermost layer को भी form करती है जो हमारी स्किन को ड्राई या इंजरी से बचाती है. Whereas this also covers our internal organs. जो हमारी बॉडी में अंदर इंटरनल ऑर्गन्स होते हैं उनकी लाइनिंग यानी उनकी भी outermost कवरिंग को भी फॉर्म करता है ताकि कोई भी ऑर्गन आपस में एक दूसरे के साथ नहीं जुड़ जाए, so that they can be separated from each other. As whatever that enters the body or leaves the body must cross at least one layer of epithelium. Permeability of cells of epithelium is important for exchange of substances. You have to make sure that is a squamous epithelium. Okay, the food which is entering or leaving, it has to pass at least one layer of our epithelial. Classification of epithelial. On the basis of number of layers, it is divided in simple or stratified. That means it can be of single layer and made up of many layers. On the basis of shell shape, it is divided into squamous, cuboidal, and columnar. Types of epithelial tissues. Types of epithelial, you can see the diagram, the squamous epithelium. Cells are thin, flat, irregular cells which fit like floor tiles to form delicating line called pavement epithelium. It have a nuclei in the center. The location is esophagus, lining of mouth, alveoli of the lungs, and blood vessels. Function, it protects the underlying tissues from injury and germs. It exchange of gases in lungs and material between cells and blood. Cuboidal epithelium. Cells are cuboidal with round nucleus in center. Kidney tubules, duct of salivary gland. It is presence in. It gives mechanical support. At times, the epithelial tissues folds forms a gland that secretes substances. Such epithelial is called glandular epithelium. You know glands का function क्या होता है? Secretion करना. कभी कभी ये जो cuboidal epithelium है ये gland की तरह function perform करता है, यानी fold होकर एक secretion को सेक्रेट करता है, एक सेक्रेशन निकालता है, जिससे इसकी वजह से हम इसे ग्लैंडुलर एपिथेलियम भी कहते हैं. कॉलमनर एपिथेलियम, दीज आर मोर टॉल एंड लेस वाइड, पिलर लाइक, placed side by side. Nucleus is situated near the base. Inner lining of the intestine, it is present in inner lining of intestine. In respiratory tract, cells have cilia that moves and push the mucus to clear. Such epithelial is called ciliated columnar epithelium. It helps in absorption and excretion and subsecretions. Striated squamous epithelium. This is again flat cells arranged in many layers to prevent wear and tear of parts. It prevents the wear and tear. That means tearing and wearing means injuries. It is present on skin, tongue, esophagus, lining of mouth. Protection. It prevents wear and tear. That means it prevents from injuries. There is a quick recap. The name the tissues that is protective tissue in animals. You know, epithelial tissues, which epithelial is also called pavement epithelium, given in the notes. Name one organ where ciliated epithelium is present. State the function of ciliated epithelium in the organ, given to you in the notes. Differentiate between the different types of epitheliums and draw diagram for each. This is also provided to you in the notes. Please do it in your notebooks so that you also have a quick you can also recapitulate. You could also remind all the things which you have been studying. Okay. Next is connective tissue. The example of connective tissue is blood and lymph, plasma. You know, it connects various organs of the body together. Functions binding, supporting, and packaging of organs of the body. Characteristics: few cells, loosely packed large intercellular spaces filled with jelly-like substances called matrix. Blood, bone, ligaments and tendons, cartilage, areolar tissues, adipose tissues. These all are example of connective tissues. Blood, it has a fluid matrix called plasma which has proteins, salts and hormones in which RBCs, WBC platelets are lying. It transports gases, food, hormones and waste to parts of the body. Bone, forms skeletal that supports body and anchors muscles. It is a strong and non-flexible tissue in which bone cells are embedded in a hard matrix made up of calcium and phosphorus compounds. Ligament and tendons. Ligament connects bone to bone. It is elastic, has strength and very less matrix. Tendons connect muscles to bones. They are less elastic, fibrous tissues with great strength and more matrix. Cartilage. Hard elastic tissue, softer than bone. Matrix is solid but elastic due to presence of protein called chondrin, which is why we can bend the cartilage but not the bone. You can see the tip of your nose, ears, you can bend these portions. This is also a type of bone, but these contain a special protein called chondrin. That is why they'll be able to bend. It smoothens the bone surface at joints and also found in nose, ear, trachea, larynx. Areolar tissues, it fills space inside the organs, supports internal organs and helps in tissues repair. Found between skin, muscles, around blood vessels and bone marrow. Adipose tissues, the function of adipose tissues is to store fat. This is found below the skin and between internal organs. Cells are filled with fat globules. It acts like an insulator. Okay, it acts like an insulator due to presence of fat in it. Again, try to do these questions. Name the tissue that is most abundant in the animal. Name the tissue that helps in transportation of substances to various parts of body. Why is blood called a connective tissue? Because it connects every organ of a body. Differentiate between ligament and tendon. Differentiate between areolar and adipose tissues. Everything is provided to you. Please do it in your notebooks. Now, what are muscular tissues? It is responsible for the movement in the body. These muscular tissues are responsible for movement in our body. Characteristics: cells of muscular tissues are long and called muscle fibers. Muscles have special proteins called contractile proteins, which contract and relax to bring movement. Types of muscular tissues we have: striated, unstriated, and cardiac. Here is again a chart given to you which have the function of different striated, non-striated, and cardiac muscle fibers. Stripped or striated muscle tissues, these are called striped or striated muscles as they have light and dark bands or striations. Called voluntary muscles as they move as पर आवर विल. इन्हें हम वॉलंटरी कहते हैं क्योंकि हमारी इच्छा के अकॉर्डिंगली मूव, जैसे कि मसल्स की मूवमेंट, लेग्स की मूवमेंट, ये हम अपनी विश से करते हैं. दैट्स व्हाई दे आर कॉल्ड वॉलंटरी मसल्स. दीज आर ऑल्सो कॉल्ड स्केलेटल मसल्स एज अटैच्ड टू ऑल द बोन्स एंड हेल्प इन मूवमेंट. ये जो मसल्स होती हैं हमारी सारी बोन्स यानी स्केलेटल से जुड़ी हुई होती हैं. दैट्स व्हाई दे आर कॉल्ड स्केलेटल मसल्स. स्ट्रक्चर: दीज आर लॉन्ग सिलेंड्रिकल शेप्ड अनब्रांच्ड सेल्स, मल्टी न्यूक्लिएटेड. That means they have many nuclei. Fibers arranged in form of bundles have dark and light bands. Location: it's present in limbs, arms, legs, tongue, body, face, neck, etc. Working: it contract quickly but can't remain contracted for a long, so get fatigued and tired. Yes, you know, when you move your muscles for a longer period of time, you get tired. Okay, so these cannot remain contracted for a longer period of time as they get tired. Unstripped or non-striated muscles, they do not show light and dark bands. These are called involuntary as they do not move as per our will. ये हमारी will के accordingly नहीं move करते, इसलिए इनको हम involuntary कहते हैं. जैसे the heartbeat, the functioning of liver, the functioning of lungs, these are not in our control. So these are called involuntary functions, muscles. The structure is spindle shaped cells, uninucleated, fibers arranged in form of sheets, dark and light bands absent. Location, iris, ureters, bronchi of lungs, alimentary canal, wall, blood vessels, etc. Working, contract slowly but can remain contracted for long. So don't get fatigued or tired. ये organs continuously काम करते हैं, even then tired नहीं होते. These are involuntary organs which function as they at their own. They do not need our command. Okay, so they are involuntary. Cardiac muscles. These are structures in between striated and non-striated muscles fibers and are involuntary. यानी कि ये कुछ कुछ आपके striated की तरह, कुछ कुछ आपके unstriated muscles की तरह दिखते हैं. ये भी function में involuntary. That means they are also not in our control. These muscles show rhythmic contraction and relaxation throughout life and pump blood. The functioning of our heart. Our heart pumps the blood throughout its life. So these always show rhythmic and contraction and relaxation. Structure short cylindrical shaped or branched cells. These are uninucleated. Fibers arranged in form of network, faint dark and light bands. Location wall of heart. Working contract quickly and rhythmically, therefore do not get fatigued or tired. Again, name the tissues responsible for the movement. So I will not be reading the questions. You can read the questions, go through them, find out the answers yourself. Everything is available to you. Everything is I'm sure you will be able to do this. But even then, if you have any problem, we'll discuss later on in our online classes. Nervous tissues. The cells of nervous tissues are called nerve cells or neurons. Many nerve cells are bound by connective tissues to make a nerve. Function. It is highly specialized tissue that help in transmitting stimuli from one place to another in the body. Controls all activities of the body. That means nervous tissue हमारी body में सारी जगह presence होते हैं. इनके बिना हम कुछ भी feel नहीं कर सकते. These tissues help us to respond according to the stimuli. Stimuli, nature, environment, किसी भी चीज़ के बदले में react करने में ये हमें help करते हैं. That means they help us to act according to the environment. इनका मेन फंक्शन होता है ब्रेन तक मैसेज को लेकर जाना और ब्रेन से वापस मैसेज को अफेक्टेड ऑर्गन तक लेकर आना ताकि वो ब्रेन के कमांड के अकॉर्डिंगली रिएक्ट कर सके. दीज आर फाउंड इन ब्रेन, स्पाइनल कॉर्ड एंड नर्व्स आर मेड अप ऑफ नर्वस टिश्यूज. स्ट्रक्चर. इट स्ट्रक्चर लुक्स लाइक अ ट्री विद ब्रांच कमिंग आउट ऑफ इट. अ न्यूरॉन हैज 3 पार्ट्स. न्यूरॉन के मेजर 3 पार्ट होते हैं. न्यूरॉन इज अ नर्व सेल. ओके, नर्व सेल टुगेदर फॉर्म्स अ नर्वस टिश्यू. इट्स अ स्टार शेप्ड बॉडी. In front of it you can see a cyton, a star shaped body which is having a nucleus and cytoplasm. Then it is having a single long part called axon. The long part, the lengthy part you can see which carry message away from the cyton. यानी जो cyton से message को अलग लेकर जाता है. And after that it have a short branched part called dendrites, nerve ending, which is also written as nerve ending. Dendrites we have, okay, so it's a short branched part called dendrites which carries message towards your cyton. Now how can, here we know the nerve cells are attached after when one nerve cell finishes, at the same time at the end of one nerve cell another nerve cell will be attached. Okay, so these nerve ending will send the message to the dendrites of next nerve cell. Not the same, don't get confused. These nerve ending, the message from this nerve ending will travel to the next nerve cell to the dendrites, and from the dendrites again it will travel to the cyton, cell body, axon, and to the nerve ending again cyton. That means dendrites of next nerve cell. Then the chain continues till it reaches to the brain, and similarly the same way brain sends the message to our affected organ. Again, some questions related to this particular topic we have, so do it. If you have books, again I'm telling you, do the in-text questions, notebook question. If you don't have, you just do the recap questions. Okay, because you don't have the questions, you do it as many as you can. If you don't know the answer, if you're confused in something, we'll discuss in the online classes. Hope all of you have understood. Rest any doubts if you have, we'll discuss in the online class. Thank you and have a nice day.